Hello and welcome back for more of Call of Cthulhu. Where we left off last would have been... I was at the bookstore. That weird antique bookstore. So, if you've been joining me on this journey through the madness, hope you've been enjoying it so far. I plan to do another playthrough of a game after this. So, don't know which one yet. I'm tossing up between a few to see which one will be the most fun. But for now, let's just keep going with Chapter 7 of The Nameless Bookstore. The Shambler turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins. As a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce, after a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back to the painting. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, the owner of the Nameless Bookstore. Pierce decides to pay the library a visit. Ooh. Let's have a look. Ah, that's right, it was blood. And someone broke the window and the door was open. Right.
Where's the bookseller?
Where is the bookseller? Oh, so it was all same book, wasn't it? So we have a fresh oil lamp now. We have the human anatomy stuff.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
Oh, there you go. Medicine got updated, that's good. What's my progression sheet at? Oh, 28%. That's right. Master of Psychology. Any points? 2 points. Oh. 6 points needed. 6, 5. Undiscovered object. An undiscovered object will not appear in game. Oh, do I up this up to 3? Oh wait for a second. What was that? My sanity. Shaken. The ordeals you have gone through have left their mark. But still managed best you can. Keep your mind busy in order to chase away the doubts and painful memories. You still have some ways to go. Who knows where your mind could lead you along the path of insanity. Do I do anything with that side? No, I guess not. Dark Water history, hey? Oh, that is a cool cover for that book. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. That was a movie back in the day, wasn't it? I had a couple movies of that, and like a really old school one. Oh, this mythology? Mythology. Oh, maybe I can raise my occult through one of these books.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
Yes, occultism raised. Breviary of Medicine. Ooh. Tome 3. Right. Oh, I'm almost a... Oh, what's 4? Oh, I can't remember what 4 is. Handbook of Anatomy and Dissection. 32%. Right, that's 32%. We'll see what.
What does this strange book contain? This
Let's
book
have a look.
contains unholy knowledge.
What's that? It's Bestiary Maleeds? Cool. Is that the Shambler? Oh, occultism. Almost there. Where are we going? What's this? Darkwater History. Volume 4. A gramophone type thing. Someone having a game of chess. Oh, cool. Ooh. That's not good.
What happened here?
Have a quick look around for books first. Then we'll go full investigation mode. That's 32%. And then you get 2% per book. Cool, we end up here for a while.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work. Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
A man, probably. Like a zombie from here. Oh no, he's hurt. Oh, he's hurt himself, eh?
This burglar seems to be rather clumsy. What killed all these animals? What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What the... Charles Hawkins?
Interesting.
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Oh,
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
I'm taking psychic damage here.
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case. Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
A page seems to be hidden here. It's possible to read. If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality in order that they have been recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she's still of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine. Acuity? Yeah, close enough, I think. As sharp as mine, can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combinations can be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combined with the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if as celebrated. Blah 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 blah. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its content into the safe keeping of my friend and colleague Professor Artemage of Miskatonic University. The contents of this safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that this represents and that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from your actions. Kill bananas. Jars.
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
Oh.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Everyone gets a good sleep, I guess. Right.
Arkham editions? Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of. How many volumes are there in this? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
I know, you never heard of Arkham Editions. Arkham
An
Editions.
old diary. It kind of chalice.
Right.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
And these red rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
It's a chessboard.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Chalice, chess, and the Volume 9 thing. Oh, let's have a look. Each cylinder is numbered even if somebody else says. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Each cylinder was numbered. Correct. Celebrate author order is a pleasure of reason, but disorder is a dark imagination indeed. Despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that the reason usually prevails in the end.
The Queen has little protection.
We have that one, we have
The
the
chalice of knowledge.
Chalice seems to be made of gold and decorated with real precious stones. Do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif?
The Queen has little protection.
Alright, so we got numbers now.
What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
Number 9. And maybe 9? Oh, there's a hidden object here somewhere. Let's see if we can find it.
What a strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it.
Yet the man picks it up. Expert, that's right. Yet he picks it up. Right, so he talked about volume 9. What was with the chalice again? The chessboard again.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
So I'm just gonna guess it's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 white pieces left. And I guess 4. Let's have a look. And what was with the chalice of the gods?
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Red drops, so...
The chalice of knowledge.
1... Oh, make sure I hit one, so just after that track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five, 4, 9. See what happens. No, alright.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Said volume 9. Oh, maybe. Well, the first one was that. The second one was the second video was the chess. We go backwards. Let's maybe switch these two around. No, no. Right. Listen to the tapes again.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Right. So volume 9. Chess pieces are clearly making out to be the white ones. Each sound is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author said, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. What a reason? So 1, 2, 3, which would be gem drops, chessboard, volume 9. By chance, person, should I say genius, wants to match my attack and find the combination of the safe. What else? Right. 1, 2, 3. Ah, those standing protect the queen. Maybe it's a 3. Maybe it's 5, 3, 9. Red. It's coming alive. Ooh, you done goofed, buddy. I done goofed because I made you do it. So let's enjoy this journey, Pierce. Let's enjoy it together. See what happens. The book. The nameless bookstore. Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened up the bookstore safe to find what the latter and Sarah Hawkins had hidden in there. A book covered in human skin lay inside, irresistibly attracted the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. Oh, that's pretty cool. Bit of Freaky Friday action. Whose body have I moved into? We can only find out when the game loads. I hope it's not too far away for the game to be loading. Come on. Well, it's loading actually. One of the games I am gonna do a run through of, maybe even the next one. If not the next one, it will definitely happen, is a Mass Effect run through. But I'm gonna do it, so I'm gonna see if I can kill off as many of the characters as I can, while still having the story progress through each game. So it'd be like a bastard Commander Shepard, like a real, like a mean SOB.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy.
Oh,
He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
I'm a doctor.
Oh, of course.
Dr. Colden,
I'll see
be
what I can do.
specific.
Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Did you inject him with a tranquilizer?
No, Doctor. Not me, not anyone. Our stock is empty, yet again.
Again? But there was enough for the whole island.
More and more people are suffering from insomnia. We can't refuse to help.
Of course.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Very well. I'll examine him.
Let's have a look. Look at his hands first.
His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky.
I'm no doctor, but he looks like he's dead.
Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
My thoughts exactly. Alright, let's check out his ear. His ear looks all swollen and cauliflowered. Maybe he got into a fight with someone.
30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
I noticed that too.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
He's dead.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know,
Not an edema.
I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
Classic case of octopusitis, is when you start turning into an octopus. Very common at this part of the world in dark water for this age and at this time of the year.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier,
He seemed to feel better?
yes, like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
He's turning into a fish.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing?
Oh, shut
How
up,
about
Baldy.
what you've done to him?
Yeah.
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
You have an
Your
unnatural body
imagination
shape.
is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
I've seen suction cups on his fingers, his falling body temperature, his dehydration. Had I only read the report, you know what I would have concluded, Doctor.
Do I? Tell me anyway. I'm curious.
He's no longer human. these are the attributes of an animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
Yeah.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the
Nuh-uh,
meantime,
buddy.
take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Oh, ain't gonna happen.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder, and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Nobody mentioned crimes for now. Hidden
Oh,
files
that
of proof.
evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor.
Yes,
you can count on
nurse.
me. I'll keep Mum.
Thank you, nurse.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
Like old mate turning into an octopus. Shh, don't say a word.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island. This place draws you in and never lets you go.
Right, what day are we on? October 28th, 1924.
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly. Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
You got this, Elizabeth.
Everything all right, Dr. Colden?
All is well, Elizabeth, thank you. I was making sure the water wasn't cut off yet again.
Thank God, no. The water's running. I have no desire to call Donovan for help.
Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
Listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she
Naughty
doesn't dare say
girl.
a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
Whoa! No, I'm kidding. It's in the kitchen.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Surprised why?
Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I'm sorry. Dr. Fuller is a very busy man.
Well, is there anyone else who can tell us what's going on?
She's our only family, you know? And we can't even see her medical file.
Don't worry. I'm aware our institution is not always welcoming. But your mother is in good hands. I'll tend to her myself, and keep you informed at once. Would that suit you?
Well, that sure sounds great to us, Doctor. Thank you.
But those are just words, so we're not budging.
Very well. At least I'll know where to find you.
Dr. Colden?
That was a very cold response.
Doctor, please. My chest.
Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
Fluoroscope stated which Irene Sanders answered for sensation as well as treatment she administered. Fuller had a handwritten note. He recommends taking a psychiatric in order.
Mrs. Sanders?
You're dead.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
What's the same thing?
Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Give him some Vicks nose spray. Sort him right out. Over here, bud.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
The one that hides the smuggling business.
Oh no, not them. They don't go on that side of the island. Everyone in his place. The captain on one side, Cat on the other, and me. Well, I've been to the whaling station, I have.
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back.
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
Definitely how you break your back. That was Irene Saunders.
Oh, so there's Harding. She's still sleeping. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
I'm gonna call him dead, but he's not.
What is the boiler room key doing here? The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it. The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it.
Can't pick up any medicines. Oh, settle down, Deborah. Yeah.
Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination.
This is... She's doing everything the way I would do it. You gotta do the thing. That was me.
He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling.
Can you do your thing, nurse? I know one.
His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Here we go.
Those basement brutes tied him up too tight, and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he reopens them.
Do you have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man.
That was a bit mean there. Colden?
Dr. Colden?
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, but Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
It's Mrs.
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment. We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks. I don't have any business in the boiler room.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up.
Right. What do we do? 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 Beam that way, beam that way.
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office.
But
But rest
I
assured,
have
I'll tell
to-
him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody, but rest assured.
That won't...
I will tell...
Right. Mrs. Donovan. I'll make some noise to get you out of here.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
Surgical ward, are you open?
The operating room is never accessible after an operation. This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I've done an exam. Deborah is looking after him.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
I saw him, yes. It's always the same thing. They bring them up, without any explanation, with a multitude of self-inflicted injuries. We take care of the wounds, and then they leave. Each time, I feel like I'm sending them back to hell.
Their affliction is not our responsibility. You cannot save everybody, Doctor.
Let's have a look.
In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
Dr. Colden.
Nurse?
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but...
There's no way I'm leaving until I find what Fuller is hiding. Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
You're not here for treatment, right?
Am I so obvious?
Mm-hmm.
Only to me. I know you worry about me.
I trust you. I'm happy to see you.
Me too, Ethan. Is that all?
Well, there might be something else. I'm not sure.
Tell me.
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
Seems like an affliction.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Thanks, Ethan. Alright, so I've got the little notification up the top. You're going to do a 60-minute video. So I think I'm going to pause it and stop here in this lovely little reception area. And then we can keep on going with it in the next one. So remember, if you enjoyed it, like and subscribe, and catch you on the next episode. Bye.